Hey, what's up? Working on the Navara again today. This time purely a comfort thing. Fixing my AC because it stopped working after fitting the intercooler. I think something rubbed and the gas leaked out. So we're going to try to find that leak and repair it. So I've just hooked up the high pressure side. As you can see, there's absolutely no gas in it. We're going to get straight to taking off the grill because I have a feeling it's in behind there. Once the grill's off, we'll throw some nitrogen in there. It's a bit thinner than R134, which is the AC gas. And we should be able to hear the leak if it's big enough, which I'm assuming it will be. And yeah, shouldn't be too bad at all. So when you're putting nitrogen in, you want about around 300 psi. You can do 350, doesn't really matter. Even 250 is fine. So this is just soapy water. If you spray the leak, you can clearly hear and see that leak. It's because of the style of fitting. Being an older car, they run a flare style instead of an O-ring. So it's all about pressure. If they're not tight enough, that flare doesn't seal on the other side of the flare. It's like a male and a female barb, and they squish together, and that's all it is to seal. So we'll just take it off, make sure the fitting's not damaged or got a dent or anything, and then we'll put it back on and hopefully it'll seal up. So we'll let all the nitrogen out. Nitrogen you can let into the atmosphere, AC gas you cannot, which is another good thing about nitrogen. It makes it easy to check for leaks and get the gas out. So yeah, I've changed shirts because I didn't want to get my other one dirty. I've decided I'm going to take the receiver dryer out to get a bit better access to the fittings. The receiver dryer pretty much is the filter for the AC system. It also has this pressure switch on the back here, and it reads it as suggested the pressures of the system. If the pressure's too high, it won't turn on, and if it's too low, it won't turn on. Just as a safety, stop stuff blowing up. But should be nice and easy to remove. I had to do a lot of bending and stuff of AC lines and parts to make the intercooler fit with the condenser, and especially get this receiver dryer to sit here. It's not its factory location. I thought since I've got it apart, I'll show off the flare fitting style because I know my explanation wouldn't have been very good. As you can see, this is the male side I was talking about. And the female side, super dirty, but it still seals. And they just clip on like that. No O-rings or anything. This goes over the top. And when you tighten that, it pulls it all together, which is why they are so prone to leaking. So I got the receiver dryer back in. I got the fitting there. Check if it's leaking still. Check these ones, and I saw some bubbles coming from here, so we'll have to try and fix that as well. I didn't end up taking this one apart, I just tightened it a bit more. I'll get onto this. I thought I might explain the engine bay a little bit. So we've got a KA24. This car came with a Z24, so it's still a 2.4 litre, but it's carby. So this has the same engine mounts and the same gearbox pattern. AC lines are custom to suit the new motor. Turbo down there. Not too much to it. It's a pretty easy conversion to do. Wiring wasn't hard at all, just pretty much ignition and power to the ECU. I also run a surge tank, which is hiding under this rag. And a VL turbo. Oh, it's just a VL fuel pump, they're the same. Down in there next to the battery. Alloy rad. intercooler piping goes here. I run this so it still looks factory, and this so I don't get defected. I actually got defected a couple of weeks ago, but just on ride height and bald tyres. He checked under the engine bay but didn't notice anything modified, which is exactly what I was going for. So mission success on that part. I've managed to get it off. They both look really good. I might just put some carby clean on them, give them a wipe down and try to do them up a bit tighter. Moment of truth, I've done it up fucking tight. What the fuck? So no matter what I do, I just can't seem to get this flare fitting to seal. Just these older style fittings are just super unreliable. So I've got some O-rings here. I've put one in the female side of the flare fitting and hopefully we can get it to work. This is my last attempt at trying to fix this because it's completely and totally fucked. Just can't get it to work. Well, it all ended up going to shit. The fitting was just too far gone. So we're going to use what we have at the shop and we're going to make up a new hose. We don't have many flare fittings because nothing uses them anymore. So we just got the one, but it goes to a hose style. So I've got to go from steel pipe to rubber hose to steel again, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. So we've welded on the new steel fitting, now onto the rubber to rubber. So we're using number 6 non-reduced hose. Maybe it's number 8 non-reduced, I don't know. Heaps better. So I've cut it down to a size that should work. Just time to do this second crimp for the hose and we should be good. Just this type of glue, because it's a different type of crimp. And hopefully that'll stop it from leaking. Hopefully it'll do the job because it's the last option. It's definitely not pretty, but it's not leaking, so time to actually put some gas in it. So now we're up to the easy part. We've got to vac the system down, get rid of any pressure in there, put some new oil in. It cleans all the dirt and shit out, so we'll get into that and then let that sit for 15 minutes on vacuum, and then we'll put some gas in and hopefully it'll be nice and cold. So this is just a mixture of oil and dye. The dye is UV, so you can see it with a UV torch. Makes leaks really easy to find. And the oil, just like an engine, it just lubes it up and makes everything work better. Just had to reshape that AC hose. It was rubbing on the grill. Just drop the screw behind the radiator. You might have noticed I didn't cut my cable ties. Great drifter once told me it's bad luck, so on my own car they stay. Also stops you from cutting yourself on them accidentally, which is nice. Always an upside. So we've had the car on vacuum for a suitable amount of time now. These cars take about 700 to 800 grams of gas. You use scales to fill it up. You got to pressurize it through the high side, but yeah, I'll go through it. So you open up the high side valve. Oh, better tear the scales first. Cool. Scales are teared. You open up the high side to equalise it. Normally gets to about 200 grams. It's going pretty slow. I think the bottle might be getting empty. So it's at about 180, so we'll start it up and turn the AC on and suck some more gas through. Might have to change the bottle over, so I'll cut back when we're close to the right amount of gas. So I've only put 500 grams in, but the pressures are already reading okay. See that red dial? You want that... It's too loud over there. But you want the red dial to be double the ambient temperature. It's about 24 degrees and it's sitting at around 50. So there's a sufficient amount of gas in the system. I might just bleed it all out of the lines and then I think it'll be good enough. It's cold, the pipes are cold, so yeah, good to go. Alright, well that's it. Nice cold AC. Had to make a line, which sucks for me, but might be interesting for you guys. So I'll see you next time.